Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm
Good
your host,
morning.
Petey. You're Donna.
I'm Donna. Again this morning.
Yep.
So we just had, apparently Petey's been having some pronunciation problems.
Apparently. Nothing new. Nothing new.
So, say it.
Well, Sinead O'Connor,
Nope.
Sinead O'Connor,
Nope.
Sinead O'Connor,
Nope.
Sinead O'Connor,
Sinead O'Connor.
Sinead O'Connor,
Sinead.
Sharknado O'Connor.
There you go. You know, I'm never going to see that girl again that I'm not going to think Sharknado.
Sharknado O'Connor. Sharknado. Some of these bands I'm not too familiar with, and I'm not 100% sure if it's like a band or if it's part of your kitchen party. And I just
Like what?
For instance, Lady by Little River Band.
No, that's for the state. Like,
Okay.
yeah, that's good.
Little River Band, just it could be a hit or miss. That could be a
Sure, yeah, I get it. But no, that's a good song. That's not a kitchen party song.
Okay. So what are you up to this fine morning? Let us know in the comments below.
So, have you guys ever laughed at someone for doing something silly, right? That you think that. So, I've done this, and the reason I'm saying this, I've done this to my daughter,
Okay.
and now it's happened to me twice. She got toothpaste in her eye. And this is like a couple of years ago, and I laughed at her, like, how did you do that? Were you running wild with your toothbrush? Like, just. And she's like, I don't know, I was just brushing my teeth. So, probably a week after that, I got toothpaste in my eye, brushing my teeth. I don't know how it happened. And it happened again this morning.
Oh man, fate's just giving you a taste of your own medicine.
Toothpaste in my eye. Like, I wasn't brushing my face, I was brushing my teeth.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it must be just some.
Going aggressive or
I must have.
we're gonna rush. 3 minutes and then showtime.
Showtime.
Few of these ones, huh?
We had some good answers
We did.
to the questions. The ones what did you want to be when you grew up? We had some good answers to that. Spending $1 million, how would you do that? We had some really good answers.
Yep. Was it on our Facebook or your Facebook?
Both. Like, people answered everywhere.
Alright.
If you go to the on our and kind of go to the metadata part, I think they all list there. I believe.
Where's the metadata?
Go up. Like, scroll your screen up
Oh, it's at the top.
on this side. There. Click on that. And you try the dashboard. Oh, is it down there? No, try the dashboard then. And
Yeah.
no. I don't know, it's somewhere.
Oh, it's that time loop again where we can watch ourselves.
In the email there's some, and on Facebook there's some.
You could be a contestant on any past or present game show. Which would you choose? That's a good one.
That we got a few responses on too, and I only put that on last night. Yeah, it wouldn't be that far now.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Where is it?
One day just kind of drifts into the next now.
Yeah. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your host Petey on CKRT. We got Donna in the station. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is the first time you're on the air today, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. I didn't know if I already introduced you.
Well, we already said good morning.
Oh, yes, you're right. I just didn't know if it was from there or if it was on here. Both. Gotcha.
But good morning again.
And good morning again, and good morning to everyone else again. Welcome to another segment of Twisted Tuesday, where we kind of just do whatever fun thing we can think of.
Whatever we feel like. It's never scripted.
It's never.
No, it's never scripted. Sometimes, like, we're deciding 2 minutes before it's time to go on the air.
Yep.
Hey, let's do this. But the past couple of weeks, I haven't really had any challenges or anything for you because it's been busy and we've been moving, so.
Plus, we also implemented questions of the day now, and I feel like it's just kind of like an appropriate time to address them, because like there's both of us here, and we can go through them together.
Before we start this, I don't know if you guys saw it or not. That ride, I'm still fascinated by that ride that got stuck upside down.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if anybody has seen this. It was all over TikTok. It was on the news. It was somewhere in the States. I can't remember where it was, but they. One of the rides, it's one that swings back and forth, and then it goes upside down. It's this round thing, and you sit in it, and when it goes upside down, you're upside down. It went up to the top and stayed there.
Yep.
It was stuck there. That would be one of my worst nightmares. The only thing that could make that possibly worse is a bunch of spiders falling from down, like above me, falling on me.
It would obviously, nobody wants to get stuck upside down. That would just, all the blood rushing to your head would make you panic more.
And they were there 30 minutes. That can't be good.
No, not at all. But I would much rather be stuck on a ride that's like stuck upside down than it come falling apart, per se.
Well, true. I mean, you get to the ground much faster if it fell apart.
Yeah, you'll get off of it quicker. But it is a little scary. It happens not like a complete catastrophe, but like a ride getting stuck.
There was a guy I went down the TikTok rabbit hole, which happens often, but there was a guy that was there celebrating his birthday, and him and his wife or his girlfriend, whatever, were on the Ferris wheel, and they were up on top of the Ferris wheel, and he had his phone out recording it, so he could see the ride and all the people like upside down. And he was saying they have been there for almost 30 minutes now, and then all of a sudden you hear this announcement that the park is closing. Everyone is to leave the park immediately. So as they're walking out to their car, all you see is like ambulances and fire trucks and everything coming in. Yeah, they shut the park down. And then when it finally released, these poor people still had to do that big swing thing that goes back and forth until it finally stops.
Oh no. So they had to finish the ride.
They had to finish the ride.
I remember I went to an amusement park in the States. I forget which one exactly, but they just got a new roller coaster installed. And the thing about new roller coasters is that all the parts are brand new. They're fresh. They're as strong as possible. So it's never usually a malfunction where something's breaking. It's usually just not calibrated right. You know what I mean? The right certain amount of PSI to send it up the hill or whatever just wasn't set properly yet, or they didn't figure it out. And this one ride is just a straight zoom up really, really high on a roller coaster, and then it goes down, and that's it. It's really fast, though. And they got stuck right on the apex, like right on the top of the peak, and it's like the highest point of the park, and I think it was opening weekend of the ride. And they were up there for a good hour and a half.
If everybody just started kind of doing the forward momentum, it might have got them going.
It might have, but God forbid it went backwards.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like, what do you do?
Yeah, I don't do roller coasters at all.
I love them. I love them so much.
I panic on the little kid roller coasters. like I get that knot in my stomach. I can't do roller coasters.
Now, when you were a child, was there any of like the metal roller coasters, or were they all just wood? I mean, I guess if you don't go on roller coasters at all.
How old do you think I am?
Well, it's not a question of how old you are. It's just I don't know when they implemented new roller coasters.
There was both. The first roller coaster I ever went on was the old wooden flyer at the CNE in Toronto.
Okay.
And that was the last roller coaster I ever went on.
See, I went on the wooden roller coaster at Wonderland, and I remember getting off of it thinking, that is messed up. I can't believe they actually let people on this still. Because, like, there's no shock absorption, nothing.
It's rattly and...
Yeah. And then sure enough, the next time I went, they got rid of it. And I was like, it serves them right. I can't believe it was still there to begin with. But wooden roller coasters, if that was my introduction to roller coasters, I would never want to go on.
Yeah, that was the only time I was ever on one, and other than the little kids ones, right? I'd go on with my kids, and even those I don't like. But all these people, once they got off that ride, the park offered them either a refund or they had free admission the next time they were there.
Sorry, we hung you upside down, what some people would even consider being torture.
Right.
We'll give you $40 off your admission ticket if you want to come back.
But luckily, there's only one person was taken to the hospital. Everybody was checked out. One person had a pre-existing condition and put them in the hospital, so whatever that was. But luckily, nobody was seriously hurt, because that could have went terribly wrong.
That could have went terribly wrong. And it happens sometimes. Even, like, it's not going to be a cart flying off the rails or something. But I remember I went to I'm not going to give the names or anything, but I went to an amusement park one time. There was a ride that I used to always love going on. And then I want to say maybe 5-6 years ago, there was a casualty on the ride because the carts crashed into each other. And it does happen, but I don't know. It's like a car, right? There's always going to be an incident where something can go wrong in a vehicle, and it's bound to happen to somebody at some point in time. But I try not to let all of those negative incidents
but I don't need to invite them in either.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You kind of need the car to get to work. You don't actually need to hop on this roller coaster.
No.
Would you ever hop on a roller coaster today, if
No.
it was for charity or something?
I would be very hard pressed to. You know what? It probably wouldn't matter because I'd be the one flopping around out cold by the time I got to the other end.
What about Dan?
Yeah, Dan would do it.
Yeah, he's in a roller coaster?
Yep, he was, when we were in Florida, he did the Hulk, and
Okay.
they had the fire and ice. I know the kids went on that one, but I don't remember if he did or not. But yeah, he'll do the roller coaster.
Okay.
I stand and hold everything.
It's okay. You know what? It's like, how every party needs a designated driver?
Yeah, I'm the designated holder.
That's a blessing, though. Because you don't know what to do with it if you don't.
Well, you can't take... There's, they
That's
tell
what I
you
mean.
empty your pockets and all that, so stuff doesn't go flying.
Or spend $1 kajillion on this little tiny foot-by-foot locker to cram it all in.
Put everything in.
Yeah.
No.
All
right, first one, question of the day.
When you were a child, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I think I went through some different eras of what I wanted to be. Usually, it always kind of tended to the medical field, though.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You just wanted to help people?
I wanted to be a doctor for a long time. I just didn't. I mean, I was young, and the opportunity just never presented itself to go to medical school.
Fair. I love how when you're a child, you're thinking of something like, very, very good and beneficial in society. When I was a child, I just wanted to be an actor. I don't know why. I was the only probably 5-year-old that was watching little kids on movies thinking to themselves, I could do that,
But you've got that personality. You could still do that.
Well, but that's the thing, right? I kind of grew it from there. I'm not in movies, but I started making music. I took dramatic arts all throughout high school. I've done live action plays and stuff like that, but I've never acted on a set or on a movie.
Right. Maybe we'll have to get you to do that. Like,
Yeah,
we'll have
maybe.
I have a friend of mine that has a production company.
That would be cool. I've never. I don't even know if I'll like it. I just always told
I
myself
think you would
I
do
would.
really well at it.
Maybe.
You get that person. You get the that personality, that go metabolism of a hummingbird. You know, where you're
Unless
always
they give me the role of like a hermit who has to be like very, very
quiet and still.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not, you're not cut out for that. All right, what do we got?
Let's see. So, Zachary, he says he wanted to be a bus driver. Now that he sees what the bus drivers go through, he says nope. Honestly, I loved my bus driver growing up. Her name was Jane, and she was such a sweetheart.
Like a school bus driver?
Yeah.
So I think he's talking transit.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's...
Imagine what they deal with.
It's like, what don't they deal with?
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the real question. I don't even want to know. Kayla says a gym teacher.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yep.
I don't like a lot of these answers. I'm not going to be satisfied with because I need more like elaboration on them. You know, like gym teacher. To me, I want to know like where was the process of that? Is it like the physical education side of it? Do you like teaching? Did you find that phys ed was like your favorite class growing up, and you were like, I can own this. I can make this so much better. You know, who knows? I'd love to find out. A veterinarian, nice. I'm so sorry, Samantha. For a quick second, I thought you said a vegetarian. That's not a career, but I'm glad your food choice is good. But yeah, a veterinarian. That's a good one.
I think that would be very satisfying, but I don't know. When
It's
it
a
comes,
hard one.
Yeah, when it comes to having to put an animal down, that would be terrible.
Lynn says, I always dreamed about being a figure skater. Interesting. I could never skate that good, and I always have mad respect for people that are able to do those crazy twirls and jumps and spins and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, wow. My niece actually went into figure skating, and every time that she has like a competition or something, I'm just...
Incredible balance.
Yep.
Yeah. And they're beautiful to watch. They're so graceful.
Mm-hmm. And there's so many different like themes and styles. Like a lot of people think figure skating, oh, it's soft, gentle, but it can happen. Sorry, we got a notification somewhere.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's people liking the video. They like what they're seeing.
Oh.
It's good.
Thank you.
We also got one. Ooh, that's a cool one. Listener Chris says a National Geographic photographer.
That would be a phenomenal job, would it not?
It would, and I'm so glad that you were specific about it and you weren't just saying like a photographer, because that could be a wedding photographer. You could just walk down the street taking photos.
National Geographic, I mean, you'd be all over the world.
You'd be seeing some wild stuff.
Yep.
And then anytime you see a great segment on their TV show or in their encyclopedia or something, it'll have your name underneath that photo. Like, that'd be really cool. I'm wondering, is there anything that's stopping you from pursuing that? Because I feel like you could do that at any age, really. That's not like I guess however old you're sick of traveling the world, but...
Well, I mean, things change in life too, right? People have families and
Yep.
you don't have the ability to travel like, if you have a family,
Fair.
right?
Chris, email National Geographic some of your best photos. I have faith in you. I'm sending it your way. Xenia. I apologize if I mispronounced that. I'm bad with names. We know this by now. She always wanted to be a journalist since the age of 8 years old because of her grandpa. He used to be a journalist and also worked on the radio, and was her professor of political science in the university.
Wow.
That's wow, your grandpa was quite a
cool.
man, yeah. Did he have a rock band too? Like He's all over the place.
Go be a journalist. It's a fantastic. It's a fantastic.
Take it from Donna. She is one. Speaking of Donna, we got another Donna. This Donna says, "Well, I never really grew up, but I always wanted to be an airline stewardess." Well, if you know, why wait? No better time than now. Try it. See what happens. Nancy says that she wanted to be a nurse. Another very rewarding job.
Yes.
But
another tough one.
Yes, exactly. Those are pretty interesting. I also used to tell myself, like an archaeologist or a meteorologist or someone that like studies foreign, faraway objects, or like something that's like deep down in the water that you never, I don't know, just stuff that not a lot of people get to see.
There was a couple more. We had like quite a few more answers on that, but there was 2 that said funeral directors.
Wow. Interesting. Some people, I think, are just built for that. You know what I mean? They're very good at comforting, and they have the gift of empathy. Mm-hmm. And it's not I feel sorry for you, but it's I actually feel for you. You know?
Yep.
And yeah, those people, I could definitely see them wanting to, you know, help as many people get through those hardest moments as possible.
And then there was some that said an artist. There was quite a few. So then we had, what would you do if you won $1 million?
Yes. How would you spend it?
How would you spend it? And the best one of the replies was very quickly, and one said very quietly.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Another one, Rick says wisely. Yeah. Listener Daniel says capital gains.
Yeah, there was a lot that said they would invest it, they would help family, they would donate some. Yep. If you won $1 million, what would you do with it? How would you spend it?
The very, very first thing I would do is lawyer up. That would be the very first and utmost thing, is get a lawyer and a financial advisor. And then at that point, it's in the financial advisor's hands. As awful as it sounds, I got to trust people with all of my money. I know that I'm not going to be nearly as smart as someone who's went to school or has the knowledge of what to actually do with all of that. So I have no problem, putting my pride to the side and saying I need some professional help in investing this and making it work. But that's what I would do.
There was quite a few people that said they would buy a house, mm-hmm. and $1 million now is
not that much for a house.
Yeah, like you can spend.
You can get the house.
$800,000 on a house, and even like $500,000 just kind of buys you an okay house now.
Yeah.
It's not like years ago where you could buy, spend $200,000-300,000 and have a beautiful home.
Yeah, we gotta change that Bare Naked Lady song. So it's, if I had $1 million, I'd get by.
Yeah, I'd scrape by. One guy said he would buy groceries and just wait for the change, so he could give his son enough to buy like a chocolate bar or something.
Oh, that's a good one. Tamara says, would take her sister and her family on a nice vacation and invest the rest. Oh, and buy a car.
And buy a car. So Tamara happens to be my sister.
Oh, okay. Shout out to you, Tamara.
So thanks, Tam. I'd love to go on vacation.
And take a ride in the new car.
Yeah.
That's one thing that anytime you ask someone, if you won $1 million, like, what would you get? No matter what you say, there will always be that one person that will humble you and say, I'm going to donate it all.
There is one on there that says,
and there's always that one. And don't get me wrong, I'm all about that. But I think that I can invest that $1 million and make way more than $1 million, and I could probably be in a position where in the future I could donate more than $1 million with it. So that's the end goal. It's just get it to a point where it can keep accumulating. Because knowing me, I'm just gonna blow it all, and it just won't come back. You buy a house, you buy a car. Those don't really make money. They just kind of spend money.
Exactly.
But no, it is good though. We definitely need to have a lot of people who obviously aren't just completely selfish and are like, I'm gonna spend it all on all the chocolate in the world. because it's my favorite chocolate bar ever. And
You say it like it's a bad thing.
yeah. Get $1 million worth of chocolate. You can build a house with it at that point.
Right? Just not here because it's too hot. It'll just melt.
Yeah, speaking of which, it's supposed to be like 32 degrees
I know.
today.
Yesterday was brutal.
It was.
It was brutal.
It was
I
really
don't
bad.
mind the heat. The humidity here is horrendous. But I think it got hot so fast. Like we went from really warm to 4,000 degrees outside, what it felt like.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It I noticed too, like the morning and the nights, they'll cool right down to the point where I can't even stay outside in a t-shirt. I'm like, yo, it's too cold outside.
Yeah.
And then in the day, I ain't going out there. Let's see. Next question.
The game show one, right?
Yes.
So if you could do a game show, what would it be?
If I could do a game show,
Be on any game show.
if I could be on any game show, it would probably, give or take, it'd probably be Let's Make a Deal or The Price is Right. The Price is Right, I just grew up with watching it with my mom. I'm not the best player in the world, so I don't even know if I would end up doing that good. But Let's Make a Deal, you could just be sitting there and they're like, who wants $200?
Yeah.
Like,
If you have a paperclip,
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm that guy that will just have random things sometimes. So, I'll just make sure I got as many things as possible, I guess, and hope for the best. Or if they make a deal, just don't be too greedy, and I'll just take whatever the first option is.
I would like to do Jeopardy, but I would like to do Jeopardy when they're doing either the kids' Jeopardy or the celebrity Jeopardy.
That would be fun.
Because the questions are easier, right? The regular Jeopardy, no, I'm not getting. I'm the one that's going home, not even getting to do the final one.
Even Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Like, those questions, not for a fifth grade, unless, like, I mean, my curriculum was not that in depth in grade 5, but boy, did they make me feel dumb.
I would send Dan to Scrabble, or not Scrabble, Wheel of Fortune.
That would be cool.
He rocks at that. Like,
Interesting.
He is phenomenal at that. He can sit and he gets it right away. It's like, I keep telling him, I am shipping you off to these people.
Or Family Feud. I think that would be a fun one.
That would be a fun one, yeah.
Especially if you get, like, the whole crew with you. It is funny, though, to hear some of the answers. And you don't realize it because it's easy to answer them with the comfort of your own home where you're not under pressure of a live studio audience or anything.
The bright lights and the cameras around you and stuff.
It really does affect your cognitive thinking.
Oh, absolutely.
And, like, on-the-fly thinking. And some of the answers just kill me.
Yep.
I mentioned one when my mom made a funny, I was asking for a name for something. I was like, what would be a short name for this? And she said, like, the longest name ever. It was so funny, and it just reminded me of that Family Feud episode when they're like, name a 3-lettered animal, and the guy's like, frog. and then everyone gets a chuckle, and his dad goes on, and they're like, well, name a 3-legged animal, or a 3-lettered animal, and he says alligator.
Spelling wasn't his thing in school.
Yeah, or counting, apparently. Yeah, I love that show. But that would be a fun one to do. Was there any other question of the day? Let's see. Well, here, let's answer some of theirs. Jenna says that she would want to be on Nickelodeon Guts if she wasn't scared of heights. And I'd love to do the elastic stuff.
Ooh.
What's elastic stuff?
Like where it pulls you back and shoots you?
Like a slingshot?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know, but I'm guessing.
I'm pretty sure Nickelodeon Guts was like a little kid's watered down version of like Fear Factor. You know what I mean? Like you have to like put kids on like high platforms and make them do like a leap of faith or something in a harness, obviously.
That sounds like traumatizing.
I'd love it. Like
you would, yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one. Dawn says that she would want to play Deal or No Deal.
Oh, I forgot about that show.
That is a show that like just gets forgotten about. I don't know. I feel like Howie just started doing his own thing with other shows that no one really thinks of Deal or No Deal.
Oh, it's the stress of that though. Like just even watching it. There's another one that's on that's a really good game show where they drop the balls down. Have you seen that? Those great big red balls.
I don't think so.
And it drops into the money, however much. And there's two people. One goes back like in the back, right? And it's usually like sister, brothers, mother, father, like that kind of spouses.
Okay.
One goes in the back, and one stays out on the stage. Oh, what is the name of it? It's a really good show, but it's one of those ones that actually almost causes you to have anxiety watching it, because whoever's on the stage has to answer the question, and they bank all this money. And whoever's back here decides if they're going to take the offer or if they're going to take what they think that person has won in front.
Oh. That could be a little daunting.
Yeah, like it's I'll think of the name of it, but it's a really good show.
Another one that I would do, I mean, it's not for everyone, but Wipeout. You ever watch Wipeout?
Yeah, I've seen that quite a few times.
I would love to try. Every time I watch it, I just keep telling myself, "Oh, if I had the opportunity to try this course."
Why don't you apply for it?
I don't know how to do any of that. Like, let's say I did get accepted.
I'll give you the time off
here. Coming at you live on the big balls.
But they take Canadians. One of my girlfriends, her son-in-law was on there.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
He only got as far, like, he didn't make it very far. But
still, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he was on there.
Huh. Maybe. Let us know in the comments below, or send us an email. Would you watch Petey here go on Wipeout and just eat it?
I'll send you to Wipeout and Dan to Wheel of Fortune and...
Yeah. And I'll come back with like a bunch of bruises covered in mud, and Dan will be wearing like, I don't know, some like suit or dress clothes attire.
From all the money he won?
Yeah. Oh, that'd be funny. Let's see. Family Feud. That was Jay. I've never heard of these two. Samantha says Press Your Luck or Supermarket Sweep.
Yeah, Press Your Luck is an old one. I think if they revamped it, but that's
Okay.
where you go. No whammy, no whammy.
No whammy?
No whammy. You don't want it to stop on the whammy because that takes all your money.
Oh, okay.
Supermarket Sweep I've never seen.
Yeah, I'm assuming it has something to do with
Supermarkets?
in food, yeah. Another one that seems to be getting forgotten about lately, even though it completely dominated the charts back in the day. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
That's still on.
It is still on, and it still gets views, but nobody. I haven't.
It's not like it used to be when Regis was running it.
Yeah. Plus, it didn't really look too good on them after the movie. Have you ever seen the movie Slumdog Millionaire?
Yes.
It didn't give them the best ratings.
Yeah.
So it it is what it is, I guess. But did you ever see the one guy who went on as a contestant, and he swears to this day that the host, I forget her name, but she mumbled the answer under her mouth, and he even said live on the air, "Whoa, I just heard you say the answer." And they're like, "What? No, he didn't." And he's like, No. He's like, "I saw Slumdog Millionaire. I ain't trying to." He's like, "No, I heard you say it." Like, right on live television.
There was one guy on there that he was at the very end of it. He still had like a lifeline left, and he said, "No, he did use it, and it was his call, right?"
Okay.
He called his dad and said, "Yeah, Dad, I don't really need your help. I just wanted to use up the last lifeline and let you know that I'm about to win $1 million."
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The amount of weight though, if like imagine if you were that guy that did all
Being that cocky and
Yeah.
then lost it.
Oh. Like there was a couple people that actually got away with cheating on the show, and then years later got caught, and had to repay it all back. There was an episode where this man, I forget his name, he was on the show, and his significant other, it might have been his wife or his girlfriend, I don't know, she was in the stands, and anytime they'd read the answers, like, is it A, this, B, this, C, this, D, this, when they'd say the right one, she would cough in the stands.
Oh.
And it was subtle, but he was listening for it, and every time, and they won. And then eventually somebody went through the tapes.
And figured it out.
Yeah, and they got in a lawsuit, and they had to pay it all back. Moral of the story, don't cheat on your video games.
There.
Or not on your video games, on your game shows.
Well, or in general.
Or in general. Yeah, it's just not good.
All right, I think that wraps up our questions for today.
Yeah, that was all of them, wasn't it?
Yeah, just we had 3, so I'll be posting a new one tomorrow, and we'll have a few new ones next week that we'll go through, and I'll try and come up with a challenge for PD next week, just because, and I think I already know what I want to do. Yeah, so we'll get back into that again now that things have slowed down a little bit here in the studio, and we're kind of getting settled. Things are getting put away.
It's starting to be a functional studio now.
It is.
And every time that we turn on the camera, it looks way better.
Yeah, it's definitely getting there for sure.
I'm excited to see where this is in like a month from now. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I've seen, like, if you were to look back a month from today back compared to now, and the amount of progress, like, who knows what one month can do for us.
Well, we kind of started out in a closet.
Yeah, kind of. And then went to
a
the
bedroom,
room.
one of the spare bedrooms in my house.
Yep, and now we're here.
And now we're here. We actually have a studio.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
It is.
So maybe one day we'll do a contest for a listener to come in, and we're going to be having an open house eventually.
Yeah, we will. Sooner than later, actually, we'll be doing that, and we'll be doing some live updates from that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you ever want to get an opportunity to come check out the station, see what it looks like, and show your support, love, kindness, gratitude, or whatever it may be.
Got a story to tell? We'll put you on the air.
Yeah, why not? That's gonna do it for us on this segment of Twisted Tuesdays.
Yes.
I'm Petey.
I'm Donna.
And we'll see you on the next one next week.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into some music. It is Tuesday after all. It's the Rolling Stones. Alrighty.
That's it for this week.
Have a good one, everybody. See ya.